So we're in for some fun, chilly football here on Monday night. Fielded from inside the 5-yard line, bringing it up the field. Sparrows will start off with 3 wide receivers towards the top of the screen. He's going to throw it over the middle, does Tyree, and that's caught. Sean Harrelson, we've seen him. A.J. Warren, Riley Porter was the kick returner and wide receiver there as well, as Colin Hart gets his first carry, lowering the shoulder and getting close to the first down marker. They will. Sparrows offense that I didn't get a chance to mention on the last play. 1st and 10 here for the Sparrows, as Hart will get another handoff, and he's in trouble in the backfield, able to at least get past the line of scrimmage. Another handoff to Colin Hart. Hart has some room on the left-hand side, and he'll get another first down. So a productive first drive here for Sioux Falls as they get into enemy territory, close to field goal range, as Hart gets nailed in the backfield there. 5 as we approach the 8-minute mark here in the first quarter. Sioux Falls will throw out to the far sideline, and that is Sioux Falls. Tyree under center. He's going to throw. They'll swing it out quickly to Hart. Hart's in trouble, and he's going to go down in the backfield. That'll be a 4th down coming. Good snap kick on the way, and it is no good. Doinked off the uprights for the Sioux Falls defense now as the Vultures come out on offense. Hand off to T-Roy Gaines, who runs up the left-hand sideline. Bishop Warfield and Daley Holder at wide receiver. Lee Weber, the undrafted rookie, at tight end. Right across the middle of the field, and that is Dazzo's under center. Gains the single back. Dazzo's going to throw a quick one over the middle, and that's Warfield again. Sioux Falls, Andrew Nyberg, John Barnhart, the 13th overall pick. They are at corner. Jay Ringgold and A.J. Levy at safeties, as T-Roy Gaines bursting through tackles and dragging defenders down to the 31-yard line for a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Dazzo's in the gun. He'll throw towards the far sideline, caught, and that's the tight end, Lee Weber, with his first catch of the ball game. I formation this time for Dazzo. Dazzo with a short drop. He's going to airmail it over to the left-hand sideline, and at the bottom of the screen. Dazzo under center, gains the single back. Dazzo's going to throw. Throws it towards the end zone, tipped and incomplete.
He over the top of the defender, he was pretty wide.
Rookie John Barnhart, the 13th overall pick, making the play out there, bringing up the 3rd and 9 here for the Vultures. Over the middle of the field, tipped in, incomplete. Good snap, and the kick is up and on the way. It is through from 33, so Baltimore strikes first as they kick it down to Riley Porter, bringing it up the field, and he will get stopped at the 23-yard line.
But I'm guessing they'll try a little more passing.
Offset I formation. Colin Hart's going to get the handoff. He's got room to run on the right-hand side. So a 2nd and 4 now. Tyree is in trouble. He goes down. Set. 4 wide receivers, 3 towards the top of the screen. Tyree is going to throw. He'll throw it over the middle of the field, and he converts the 1st down with a completion to Sean Harrelson. Out of Sonic 0002. I see you in there as well. So welcome aboard. Julian Tyree is going to throw once again. He's got a screen pass out to Colin Hart, and another offset I, another Hart handoff, throwing the stiff arm, and another one, and he's getting out to about the 47-yard line before I formation for a 3rd and 3. Another handoff to Colin Hart, and Hart's got some space on the near sideline. He finally gets dragged down by Giovanni Bolt, but not. 3-0 your score in favor of Baltimore. Sioux Falls going to throw again. Tyree's got his man and got another 1st down. A good-looking throw out there to A.J. Warren. Hit I formation. Looks like another Colin Hart handoff, and he goes nowhere. In fact, going with the big hefties on this formation here. Probably the last play of the first quarter as Hart gets another swing pass. On YouTube, presented by APM Music. It's a little cold here in Baltimore. Feels like -1 down there on the football field for a 3rd and 8. Tyree's going to pump fake, and he throws it just as he gets crunched behind the line. Brings it out to the 12-yard line, and that was a great catch by A.J. Warren once again. Offset I formation for a 1st and 10 at the 12. Colin Hart gets absolutely leveled. 2nd and 10 now. Tyree, same formation. He'll hand it off to Hart again. Hart following his blockers, lowering his shoulder. In the gun is Tyree. He's got two backs back there with him. He'll throw it over the middle of the field, and that's caught. They're going to mark him shy of the first down, though.
I'm always a big fan of good quarterback play.
Ooh, and we got our first challenge of the game. Sure, Marcus, I'm thinking that he's still shy there. Well,
I
that
think
one was a little better.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The Sparrows will not be charged.
And Sioux Falls does get the first down there. Quick handoff to Hart. Hart being dragged down behind the line. He was from Harry's.com. Portion of your purchase supports the SFL. Harry's, official razor of the SFL. Play action this time for Tyree. Throws it in the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Could not quite get the toe in. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal. We've seen a little bit of everything from this formation. This time it's a handoff to Colin Hart. And Colin Hart, they will mark him shy there. I apologize, folks. That looks like it should be a touchdown. But in actuality, they're going to mark him shy. That's a terrible call.
I don't feel a great deal of sympathy, but you
don't
do.
Have sympathy?
Win the game.
No.
Win the game.
I know win the game, but at the same time, we were there on the sideline.
Bad call.
That is no, it's not a bad call. It's not a bad call. That is a horrendous call. That is the worst call that I've ever seen.
I cannot believe that they had marked him shy there. He had crossed the goal line into the end zone. So, of course, this field goal here, basically like an extra point. So it's going to be a 3-3 ball game here. So I apologize. We'll get word down to our boy down there in the graphics truck and make sure that gets corrected. But an unfortunate turn of events here for Sioux Falls is they are unable to convert the touchdown when I thought it was very clear that he crossed the goal line there, Marcus.
We didn't get a second look at it. They didn't play a replay, but it did look like he went straight across the goal line.
And so Cody Apollo gets a crack at returning the football for the first time in Hillford Football League. So certainly this SFL no different, as Dazzo is going to throw it deep to Warfield, tipped and incomplete on that play. Good play by Nyberg to break it up. And 10 now from the 27. Offset I formation for Dazzo and company. Dazzo takes the snap. Good pocket. He zings it over to the far sideline there. So now a 3rd and long. Gain sidecar right to Dazzo in the gun. Dazzo with a quick pass over the middle of the field. It's picked off going the other way. That's Jay Ringgold with a catch and the interception and bringing it back the other way for Sioux Falls.
That was a great job. I want to take a look here at the replay. Watching the ball, watching the quarterback, knew as soon as he threw exactly where that ball was going.
A 3-3 ball game here. Just a little bit of a mishap there with the graphics as Colin Hart gets a swing pass out of the backfield. Tyree under center. He's going to give it over to Hart, and Hart is squeaking through tacklers. 3rd down now for the Sparrows. Crowd getting loud here in Baltimore. Tyree under center. He'll swing it out to Hart. Hart stumbling backwards, throws a vicious stiff arm, and is able to move the chains. Jail. Ooh, man. Play action for Tyree. Throws it over the middle of the field. That's caught. I formation, 2nd and 3 from the 6. Hart with another handoff. Following blockers, lowering the shoulder, getting the first down out
for the rest of the game.
1st and goal from the 1. Hart with another handoff, and he gets stopped in the backfield. Tyree in the gun. 2 backs in the backfield with him on either side. Tyree's going to go with a sneak, and no, Bishop Matumbo was there to knock him down. So that brings up a 3rd and goal here. Handoff to Hart, and the Vultures defense saw it coming the whole way. Good snap. Kick up and away and through from 23. So it is a 6-3 ball game. We're still working on getting the scoreboard corrected. Just remain patient with us while we do that. We appreciate it. It just further shows that Sioux Falls got robbed on that first drive there, Marcus.
A little more. That would be good, but they're best moving the ball when they run, so I'd expect that to keep going.
And we'll see if we get a heavy dose of T-Roy on this drive. He'll get the first play here as he gets across the 30 down to the... And Matt Doyle designs. Handoff again to T-Roy Gaines, and T-Roy getting wrapped up by the ankles once again. Dazo's going to throw. He'll throw a juggling pass there as Apollo can't quite ring it in against the Fury. This one being contained well as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 30-yard line, and Riley Porter's going to go no further.
Own pace on this drive and take as much time off the clock in this quarter as they need to before half.
Offset I formation, Colin Hart with a handoff, lowering the shoulder for Sioux Falls as Tyree is under center. Pro set for him. 3 wide receivers on the field as Tyree's going to zing it out to Colin Hart, and Colin Hart will make it just shy. Quip, a more wholesome clean. Hart with another handoff on 3rd and inches, and the Baltimore defense gets in there and makes the stop. Taking their time getting the punt away. Max Mulholt, the punter, with a good one as he boots it downfield to Cody Apollo. Dazo with 4 wide receivers. He's under center. He will do just that and throw the ball across the 40. Out. Actually, it will mark him right down at the... As the Vultures are looking good after one play. Turnaround handoff to T-Roy Gaines, and T-Roy makes it out to the 45. Well, they will run a little no huddle here.
T-Roy, but when you start running, you got to do that no huddle.
Dazo stepping up in the pocket, trying to find Daly Holder over towards the far sideline, and a great athletic play by Alex Parker. Empty set, 5 wideouts for Dazo as he's in the gun. Standing at about the 40. Take a 3-step drop, pressure coming. He'll throw it over the middle. That's caught for a first down and more. Out to the 46-yard line. How quickly Dazo can get this off. With 9 frozen on the clock, he'll throw it deep towards the sideline. Tipped and incomplete. Bishop Warfield was... Dazo's going to attempt the Hail Mary here. Pressure's going to come. Dazo avoids the sack. He'll throw it deep. Has the opportunity. Back of the end zone. Tipped and incomplete. As it is a 6-3 ball game in favor of the visiting Sioux Falls Sparrows. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth in chilly Baltimore, Maryland. It's no fun whatsoever, but we've got some fun out on the football field as Baltimore's going to get the the second half kickoff here.
The difference between these two teams is that Sioux Falls has done a way better job passing the football than Baltimore, and if they want to stay competitive, they need to start passing the football efficiently as well.
Dazo is going to throw out the gate. He'll toss it over to his fullback. Coming off over a 100-yard performance, in fact, close to a 200-yard performance last week against the Vegas Fury. As T-Roy gets another handoff, he'll bring it out to the 30.
Quite get through this on his own.
We'll see what happens here. Daly Holder with the catch on the near sideline. And 3 wideouts towards the bottom of the screen. Dazo in the gun. He's going to throw it across the middle of the field to Cody Apollo.
Modest gain.
Heavy formation here for the Vultures. T-Roy getting the handoff, finding the hole. Great 9-yard line. 3 wide receivers towards the top of the screen. Dazo's going to throw it quickly over the middle.
Dazo is 10 for 16, and Tyree is 13 for 14.
A little bit of inconsistency on the part of the veteran as T-Roy following blockers, and he's got room on the far sideline out to the 13-yard line. Empty set this time for Dazzo. 5 wide receivers, 3 towards the top of the screen. Dazzo's going to throw. He'll throw it towards the far sideline, tipped and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Dazzo under center this time. Gaines back in the backfield. Dazzo to throw. Throw it towards the near sideline this time. He's got Weber, and Weber steps out of bounds. 1st and goal from the 3. I formation for Dazzo and company. Turnaround handoff to Gaines. Gaines in trouble, and he'll go down for a loss of 1 in the backfield. Good play out there by Killian Anderson, making sure that he's brought down in the backfield.
Sometimes fairly easy.
T-Roy's going to get another handoff. He's dragging defenders into the end zone, and that'll be a touchdown for Baltimore.
Sure that he knew he just needed to move forward because it was wide open lanes ahead of him. Nobody was going to stop him from getting into the end zone as long as he didn't let that defender drag him to the ground.
You're right, Marcus. 6:28 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, and Sioux Falls just now getting on the football field as Colin Hart gets a handoff, and offset I formation for the Sparrows. Tyree will zing it out to Colin Hart, and Hart will... 3 wide receivers lined up towards the bottom of the screen. Play action. Tyree will throw it to the far sideline. Caught, but out of bounds, shy of the 1st down marker is A.J. Warren. And we'll get another punt here from Sioux Falls as Apollo fields it. And Indy down in Tulsa, and Tulsa with a 17-13 lead over the Spitfire. Dazzo's going to throw deep, and it's tipped and incomplete. Again looking for Warfield, and again this secondary of Sioux Falls. Dazzo under center, Gaines the single back, and Gaines throwing his shoulder.
Making sure Sioux Falls isn't moving too far either.
So Dazzo with time, he'll throw it towards the near sideline again, tipped and incomplete. I think there was a miscommunication.
So many of those are just passes that are blocked or tipped or knocked down from Sioux Falls.
Gaines. So we will see what's to come of the Baltimore offense as they are forced to punt over to Sioux Falls.
15 for 16 for Tyree with 113 yards right now. So their passing offense is definitely working. It just hasn't been working quite yet in the 2nd half.
2 backs in the backfield for Tyree. Pressure coming. He'll throw it to the near sideline. Caught by Harrelson.
Caught every football thrown to him so far.
The sure-handed back is in the offset I formation. He will get a handoff. Absolutely opens up the play calling quite a bit here on 3rd and short. Tyree's going to throw. Pressure's coming, and he goes down. Of the Sioux Falls Sparrows, block is coming. Doesn't get there. As Cody Apollo will get wrapped up at... And we've got a 1st and 10 here from the Baltimore 41. Dazzo takes the low snap, pressure coming. He'll check it down to T-Roy, and T-Roy has absolutely nowhere to go. Bunched receivers towards the top of the screen on 2nd and long for the Vultures. Dazzo's going to throw. He'll throw it towards the far sideline. He's got Holder as he gun. He's got 4 wide receivers in this formation. Dazzo has time. He'll throw it, and he's got his man Cody Apollo out across the 1st down marker. Game. He is one of 2 backs in the backfield as Dazzo throws it out to Gaines. Gaines not able to throw the stiff arm. 2 wide receivers towards the top of the screen. Gaines in the backfield. Dazzo, quick throw just as he's hit to Gaines. Gaines getting ushered out of bounds.
Sure.
Yeah, this is definitely within Tarkington's wheelhouse already. Definitely want to make him a little bit more comfortable here, or possibly get in the end zone, but that's not going to happen as T-Roy gets bottled up in the backfield once again by Nick Fargo. Tarkington boots it down the field. Riley Porter will field the kick as he sidesteps one defender.
As close to them in points as you can going into the 4th quarter.
And you certainly have some weapons to do that with, and Sean Harrelson, A.J. Warren, and Riley Porter. Colin Hart, though, flipping sides of the field. Sioux Falls setting up shop at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 14 for the first play of the 4th quarter. Colin Hart throwing a stiff arm down. But
they need to supplement it with a little more passing, especially when they're down.
Tyree takes the high snap, throws it downfield, and Harrelson just couldn't quite reel in the acrobatic catch. It falls to the turf, incomplete, and Sioux Falls will have to punt again. Baltimore will have good starting field position here. You that did not see the Baltimore game last week, he had a back spasms that forced him out of the ball game last week. Certainly looking good this week, though, but Dazzo not looking good on this play as he goes down in the backfield. Bunch of wide receivers towards the bottom of the screen. Dazzo throws it towards that bunch there, and finally Bishop Warfield, his favorite wide receiver, hurt 3rd and 2 here at the 49. 2 backs in the backfield for Dazzo. Dazzo will hand it off to Gaines, who absolutely bowls over Nick Fargo. Clock continues to run as we approach 9 minutes left in the ball game. Dazzo under center with 2 backs. Gaines one of them, and he'll get a big handoff here out to the 38-yard line here on the ground. And jumping for joy that he's able to get a ton of yards on those touches, as well as his offensive line opening up holes for them. Not this time, though, as Gaines gets swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage, and that's Nick Fargo once again with the stop. 3rd and 2. We've seen this plenty of times today from Baltimore. Sioux Falls showing blitz. They back out of it. Throws it to the near sideline. Got his completion anyway, and that's Warfield once again.
But at least he's making the catches when they matter.
Another handoff here to Gaines, who gets maybe a couple.
Clock, as long as they can keep getting points, that clock is always going to be in their favor.
2nd and 9 now. Dazzo's going to throw. Good pocket protection, and Warfield is wide open, crossing across the middle of the field, out across the first down marker into the SFL red zone, down at the 17-yard line. Warfield now with 6 catches for 41 yards on the night. Dazzo going to throw again. He's got Holder with a fumble, and Sioux Falls covers it up at the 13-yard line.
Here, how they're going to rule that, if that's going to stay a fumble. It looked like, well, he did have it and he took a step, so that's pretty close. It looked like he caught it and turned and took a step, so that might stay a fumble.
By 7, good stop there by the Sparrows defense. As Tyree will throw, he'll throw it over the middle, dangerous pass to Harrelson. Offset I formation for Tyree, hands it off to Hart. Hart probably could have bounced it to the outside. Heavy set formation here, and Colin Hart is going down in the backfield. Carter Abraham with the huge stop on defense as Sioux Falls is forced to punt the ball away. Again,
Sioux Falls has 25 running attempts here, so it looks like they have run the ball 9 more times so far than Baltimore, so they are definitely sticking to that running attack, but they're starting to run out of time to get it to work.
Clock frozen at 4:57 here for Dazzo and company as T-Roy follows his hole. It's really all they have to do here, just run that clock. Dazzo under center, offset I formation. He'll snap the ball at 15 as T-Roy is bowling over defenders once again, making that across the first down marker to the 44-yard line.
Moore gets a first down, was able to shrug off that tackle and lower the shoulder, bowl over a defender, and make it to the line of the first down.
And we will probably see more of him as the Vultures keep trying to kill some clock. T-Roy with another handoff, and Sparrows were definitely game planning for him on this chilly Baltimore night tonight as T-Roy gets stopped in the backfield once again. Fargo in there on the stop. 3rd and 10, not really much of a choice here, trying to convert the first down marker, or the first down, and keep things going here. Putting the nail in the coffin as Dazzo throws it down the field. He was looking for Holder on that play, just a little bit too.
The tough thing is that secondary for Sioux Falls has been so good, not letting Dazzo make those throws. So I'm not really in any way surprised that that was the result here. So good job, stops the clock, gives Sioux Falls more opportunities.
13-6 as Sioux Falls calls for a fair catch.
And, you know, get the ball away from your goal line and take that fair catch and get it up to about the 12-yard line.
So we'll see if Tyree can close this drive here with a game-tying touchdown as he throws it to the far sideline, gets Sean Harrelson. Looks like they'll continue to throw it here. As Tyree's in the gun, he'll throw it deep and couldn't quite make the catch. Led him just a bit.
Can't keep it anymore. You have to make a play on it.
Tyree with the snap. He'll throw it over the middle of the field. Dangerous pass, and it's converted for a first down as they go no huddle.
Baltimore defenders would have gotten a hand on that one.
Tyree's going to get one more play off before the 2-minute warning.
Pass interference. Number 56.
Here in the ball game, 3 wide receivers bunched towards the bottom of the screen. Quick pass over the middle, and that's to the tight end, Hearn, and he'll make it across to the midfield stripe, which will help support the SFL through our partnership. Give the gift of comfort with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, free shipping and returns. Picked off by Joe Dazzo.
But that's definitely not going to help them win this game.
Sioux Falls stacking the box here, expecting a run. T-Roy still able to get heavy formation this time for the Vultures as T-Roy gets another handoff up here in order to stay in the ball game. 3rd and 4 from the 48 of Baltimore. Hand off to T-Roy, and T-Roy does get stopped with another punt there as Riley Porter fields it. Trips towards the bottom of the screen. Tyree will throw over the middle of the field, and that was 2 backs in the backfield for Tyree. He's under center. Short drop. Tyree will swing it out to Colin Hart, and Hart's got some room before he gets ushered out of bounds. 3rd and 4 for Sioux Falls. Tyree to throw. He'll throw it to the near sideline for a first down. Still got some room to go from the 27-yard line of Sioux Falls. 1st and 10 for the Sparrows, and Tyree goes down. No blocking up front there by the offensive line, Marcus.
That's going to kill some time. You know, you can't let those sacks happen this close to the end of the game.
Tyree throws it towards the far sideline, and it's intercepted. That is Hendrix Wild Thornberry with his first pick of the afternoon. Tyree's second, and that'll be the ball game there.
Didn't get enough time to talk to his receivers, whatever it may be. Unfortunately, that'll, put the nail in the coffin.
Every time we see it, we get a reaction. Dion, how bad was this?
Historically, has to be one of the worst calls that wasn't made.
Yeah.
It was a game-determining call, a call that threw everybody off. But yet and still, they still had a chance to win now. Don't get me wrong.
But we begin today with the worst call I have ever seen.
This in concert with the next game, and we'll get to that and talk about the errors there. The officiating was so incompetent that it bothers me. To me, it was the low point.
League office had already admitted blown call by the time they got to the podium after the game.
Results are tainted. And it doesn't mean that the team I'm not holding it against the teams, but the league can't get it right, Tony. And that, to me, I'm down on the whole process and what happened, because if you can't get this right, then what the hell are we doing?
That they clearly got this call wrong.
My feeling is that you have to. That call is so terrible. Now,
that call decided the game. It's undeniable. Anyone with a pair of eyes saw what happened.
I don't feel a great deal of sympathy, but you
don't have sympathy?
Win the game.
No.
Win the game.
I know win the game, but at the same time, we were there on the sideline.
Bad call.
That is no, it's not a bad call. It's not a bad call. That is a horrendous call. That is the worst call that I've ever seen.
And I've gone back and looked at it over and over again, and the back judge was watching the play. The referee said after the game, and to the pool reporter, he hasn't seen it. You could see him in the background looking right at it. They had 3 officials.
But this was horrendous. Now, I don't want to hear you calling me and telling me after the fact, oh, yeah, it was a bad call, we missed it. I don't want to hear that. What is it going to do for me? What is that going to do for me?
Sure, it's a bad call. Of course, it decided the game in a certain context. I mean, look, I don't necessarily believe that specifically, but it's a fireable offense. That's really all it is to me. That guy's got to go because what he can see or what he can't see is simply not good enough
But
for you.
I would do one other thing. What do we see in baseball during the postseason? 2 extra umpires. They have 7 officials out there. Why not make it 9 and make the other 2 guys where they can help on plays like that? There should have been at least, at the minimum, a conference among 2 or 3 of the officials that were back there, the back judge and the field judge, maybe the side judge. That's the first thing I do. Make it reviewable, and that costs the game.
All right.